Right. And you're in charge of telling me how many people are watching me.
Okay, 7 right now.
Seven. That's heaps.
Yay.
Let's get onto this thing. So I was really hard on Half-Life 2 yesterday, actually. Um,
Yeah.
but given that I actually am a big fan of Half-Life, I feel like I should probably say some nice things about it this time as well.
If people want a positive take on the canal section, they can go watch Robert Yang's Level with Me series on YouTube.
Really, did he like it?
Yeah, he played that level today. It got uploaded, and I watched it, and I found it interesting the things he pointed out as liking. It was very positive, actually.
That's interesting. I really don't like Root Canal. I mean, certain parts of it are okay, but you know, very touch and go.
Maybe he just looks on the bright side.
Maybe he does. He's a
And that's
gen.
just
He's. I think it's fair to say Robert is generally a nicer person than me.
like maybe a little less cynical, but you gotta have both.
Yeah. Just some. It's a really inconsistent game. Some stuff is really beautifully done, and other stuff, like everything we're looking at right now, is not so much.
Yeah, bit
Um,
jank.
Bit jank. There's there's a figure that appears in this window over here that I used to think was maybe the G-Man, but it isn't at all. It's like a citizen.
Just some rebel.
Yeah, so where should I start? I got to the end of Water Hazard and that was horrible. Black Mesa East is a dumb place to start because of all the talking. Maybe I'll just do Ravenholm.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I think people know what that NPC section is anyway.
Yeah. We don't go to Ravenholm, man.
We don't anymore. That's for sure.
No, we used to. Is the game loud enough, by the way, or too loud? Or,
I haven't heard it yet.
well, I just fired a gun, so...
I'm waiting for it. I actually don't hear Half-Life 2 at all.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I have the stream muted. I'm an idiot.
That'll do it. Someone else will have to fill
Oh
me
my
in.
god. Oh my god. Chat, you'll let me know. He says it's just right.
Just right, nice. Thanks. JP's in again. That's great. I enjoy JP.
Yay.
So I like this little area. As you may know from yesterday, some part of my thing is to like constantly compare Half-Life 2 to how it was looking when I checked it out in 2003 when it leaked.
Right.
Luckily, everyone at Valve seems to be over that now. No one cares. So otherwise, I would be vaguely uncomfortable talking about it. But I'm consistently
Yeah, I
told
think
that nobody cares. This is like the only part of Ravenholm in the game that wasn't in that leak in any way. Just this yard,
Mm-hmm.
and it's quite fun. Like a lot of the parts
It's a
of
lovely
Half-Life 2
area.
that I'm down on level design wise are just the really like blank, bland ones, like that big subterranean section from yesterday where there's like 3 textures for the entire thing when it lasts like an hour.
Yeah.
But
I find this little optional area where a zombie comes out is kind of interesting. So you can totally miss this.
wait, what? A zombie comes out here somewhere?
Am I misremembering?
I mean,
It
it
was sworn.
could be you played it one time and a zombie just wandered down there.
Hey, you know what? Maybe it's possible. But
They,
just that
they
optional
bothered to
area.
put an IV overlay over there. Like, I don't know. I just like it when I play a Half-Life 2 level and the person who made it was like paying attention. Even though
sure.
it's all just blocks, but you can do good stuff with the blocks.
Pretty blocks.
Also, Robert mentioned in Level with Me, and I must always mention the rope system in Half-Life 2 is great. For all the things that it's bad at, Source Engine has these great ropes that are so easy for a level designer to set up, and they're physically simulated and they respond to wind, and you can use them in pulley
Yeah.
systems and shit. UE4 doesn't have anything like that. It's got like a really light version of that you can't do that much with. Although they expanded it a little bit recently.
It's interesting that these bespoke systems get made and they're really cool,
Mm.
and then they
Yeah.
just don't come back, which is always funny.
Yeah, well,
Trash Bang is saying that there was usually totally a zombie down there.
well, okay. What difficulty am I on? I don't think that would affect it because I'm pretty
Don't
sure
think
that
so,
it's just
but-
like copy paste Half-Life one system. I'm gonna put it on normal actually. You got to assume that's what they tested on. Someone's just put this lamp on a tree. That's cool. This was like everyone was wowed by these legs at E3. I only just noticed that these windows up here are actually translucent. Or actually just devoid of glass. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So one of the things that you find when you like look at the leaked version of Half-Life 2 is that going back to like as long as there was a Half-Life 2, there seems to have been a Ravenholm, although it wasn't always called that. As far as I can tell, you know, all of this is like your mileage may vary as to whether what I say is true, so there's always been one, but oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. Yeah, so there always seems to have been this town, but how you get to it changed a lot. Yesterday we saw that there was apparently a part where you were supposed to smash through a wall in a boat, in the jet ski. Oh no, in a big barge actually, and get into Ravenholm from the canals
like
that
trash
way.
barge.
Yeah, so these are those windows that were translucent. Never noticed that before. They bothered with ceiling detail here. They really didn't need to. And it would have been typical of them not to.
Nice touch.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so
various ways you got there. Yeah.
There's the docs from E3 were actually a way that you did it. So this part is still a part that wasn't in any of the leaks. So it's just a oh no, that always happens to me here. That's so good though. You got to assume these lights have been rigged up by Grigori, I suppose. So and there was one level that I played in the leak that was you were coming through a building like this, and it was full of zombies, and Grigori was torching it from outside. So here we go. So you'd look through a crack in the wall and you'd see him like running past, yelling weird monk shit, and
yeah, I was always really confused on this area, like
torching the building.
Is he anywhere? You know, you hear his voice, but you can't see him, I guess.
Yeah, I think he might have been on the other side of this, but I'm not sure. I assume he is, but you're right, he probably isn't.
Yeah, I've never been able to find him in this part because like every other time you can find him somewhere.
These paint cans are great.
In a wab.
This was such was the hype for Half-Life 2 that I remember there being discussions on forums as to like whether this paint was physically simulated fluid paint that would like.
Oh my god.
Because you know there's that part of the E3 presentation where Gabe says like, oh, you can make a person out of water, and he just means you can put a water shader on the person and they look like a predator. But people are like, what? I bet Alex would splash if you made her out of water and.
Oh my god. That's some funny assumptions back then. Like I probably would have made those.
Yeah, I mean they didn't do anything to mitigate it. They're like, oh yeah, you make something out of wood, it'll just fracture like wood. But of course,
leaving out some details, I'd say. But yeah, that's funny.
The new particles that came in when they released episode 2 are good. There was nowhere near as much alien blood. Before.
Nice shaders on those. There's an interesting talk about like the water shader in Portal 1, I think.
I think again it's actually 2. We had this exact same moment yesterday. This is where Grigori must have been, I suppose.
I need to find out sometime because it's always bugged me. I've never known.
The other thing that like didn't seem to exist in the leak was these headcrab pods, which are a cool thing.
It's a cool little detail, yeah, for sure.
Them weaponized headcrabs. I liked. I actually gotta show you all this, and hopefully I just don't turn out to have been forgetting. Sorry, making shit up. Let me find a headcrab. Gotta get a headcrab. I always thought the mouth of the regular headcrab, the classic headcrab as it is known, was really detailed. So let me make sure the cheats are on.
Oh, you filthy cheater. I thought this was like a legit walkthrough.
Oh, I'm not cheating. I'm just gonna, do a thing. Hey, buddy. Oh, come on. Drop your head crab. Now I wish I'd shot that barrel.
Yeah, I guess head crab pods. I mean, you could make up any explanation how they infected the town, or maybe it just was that way.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted it to be like a rebel town that I guess then got head crabbed, but...
Oh, Father Eastern European. Yes, accurate. Grigori's great, though. He's so cool. Wasn't he like... No, that's not right. He wasn't the homeless guy, right?
Yeah, sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat at all.
Oh, no worries. You should. There's good stuff.
Simulated paint not until Portal 2. Yeah. Although apparently that was originally for the Hydra, when they were gonna bring that back for episode 3.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so this was, this street is the entrance that you would have come up if you had gone straight from the E3 presentation, and just walked up the jetty. You would come to this road, and you'd come in this way, so... And then this whole thing still happened, I guess.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I like the jetty with the sunset. Is just really iconic, I think.
Yeah, that was a really good sunset skybox that they didn't keep.
It's freaking classic, I gotta tell you.
I think Grigori is actually AI shooting there. I think maybe he just has like a high degree of aptitude with his gun, which is called Annabelle.
Oh, that's right.
But usually they do they have an NPC called a bullseye, and they just they have a level entity called AI relationship that you can use to make any NPC like or hate or fear another NPC or be neutral about. And so usually they just place a bullseye, and then when you hit a trigger, they tell that NPC that he actually hates bullseyes, and
just absolutely hates them.
yeah, and he just can't help himself.
That's funny. Okay, I never knew that. I never got much into anything beyond just kind of using hammer.
I said
in a very rudimentary way.
Yeah, I said yesterday that I hated Ravenholm, and I think that's just because I've been sick of it. I've played it so many times, but it is actually like one of the least objectionable levels of Half-Life 2.
Yeah,
quite
it's
nice.
Legitimately well designed. I like all the... There's a lot to it, yeah. There's just a lot.
Yeah.
Good ass pacing, I'd say.
I mean, it is the one that had the longest in the oven, if my supposition is correct.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, it's been around a bit.
Is there anything up there? There's like a floor up there. Yeah, a fun thing about Ravenholm is that, like, going through the leaked shit, you find that, like, most of these buildings were at some point enterable, and, you know, maybe there's, you never know, there might be, like, relic explorable areas that... Whoa, okay. Wow, when did the Hall of Mirrors effect in Half-Life 2 become awesome looking? It's all blurred and shit.
Whoa. Yeah, I seem to remember that.
Must have been motion blur or something.
Is it the blue? Yeah, I was gonna say maybe bloom option. I'm not sure.
They made these windows translucent, which is, but only from inside. So that's again probably something that's left over from when that mattered at all. Oh, maybe they just wanted to be able to see the sky. Just something that
It'd be interesting if someone. I always thought, like, kind of as a kid, like, oh, what if you could enter every building, which is unfeasible. But I always did think it would be interesting if someone took Half-Life 2's campaign and just added stuff off the beaten path.
Yeah,
like it's the same game, but there's new areas to enter.
I think that would add a lot to it, yeah, because it's kind of one of my qualms with it is it seems really, really... What the fuck is that? There's just a gap in the roof here.
It does seem really, what the fuck is that, for sure.
Really, like,
oh, that's
obvious
weird.
and it's
yeah, I just saw that now.
What the fuck? Can you see in from out here? Nope, there isn't actually an exterior to see in from. Oh, you know what? It's probably... Maybe? When you come back through here, there are head crabs on the ceiling, like
Yeah.
here. Maybe that's just like, oh, they must have crawled in through there.
You should pay attention when you come back and they spawn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just spawn
maybe
and they're
they jump
hanging
out?
from this low ceiling, but we'll find
Hmm.
out.
Okay.
Also, this is a fun thing. You know the minecart thing that you ride in across like a really small gap at the end of Ravenholm? Father Grigori ferries you across this in this little container.
Yeah, totally.
There was one. Let me bind a key to no clip. Bind and no clip. One version of this building had you going up, continuing along this path, where they've deleted a staircase here, and you would climb up here, and there would be one of these. You still got the pulley from it here. There was one of those carts, one of these container things. What do you call it? A bucket, I guess. And you would just ride that bucket along this wire. And I think you could control it as you went, like with that Half-Life 1, like press E and then, press it again and you go the other way,
Right.
tram system. And you can get all the way through here, where there's still a bunch of brushwork. Gotta wait for my fucking batteries to recharge and my flashlight.
Oh dear.
So there's still some, yeah, this was like fully furnished at one point. And then you could go through here, and there was more stuff. I mean, you're not supposed to be able to get here anymore, I don't think. But there is still health
I think
and
you
batteries and
can.
grenades.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get in there. I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
counts as a lambda cache.
Oh,
There's
right,
any
yeah.
graffiti.
Okay, yeah, there is some graffiti, and they put a collapsed girder here. But yeah,
Yeah.
this was a lot more detailed at one point, and you could... wow, I just heard like a scream I didn't know about. Just a random woman screaming.
Whoa.
Not sure if
I don't
it'll
know
come
if I
through
know
on
about
the,
that.
on the stream. But yeah, so that basically went like most of the way through Ravenholm at one point, I think. I'm gonna save, load instead, in case I broke a script then.
JP supports my Half-Life 2 remix.
I support that. I actually
That'll be
was making a little Half-Life 2 mod a little while ago, just to correct some very minor things, well, some easy to fix things that I think affect things like out of proportion to what they are, like the dynamic resupply caches, the little supply boxes, which are called item dynamic resupply, and I really dislike them as a design thing because they I think
they're
from
probably a
memory
little
I went through the
aggressive.
code. Yeah, each box basically tries to give you however much health and armor and ammo you need to be like 75% of the way to 100%.
Right.
And which means like a couple of things. It means that if they put two boxes next to each other, you're pretty much just like gonna exceed the amount you could possibly need. It kind of means that there is then artificially just no difficulty. Like they can spend all day making great little AI systems and whatever, and you won't get to find out what they are because you don't spend enough time feeling tense that you like give the AI a chance to work.
For sure, yeah.
And you know,
balance
also
the
like
difficulty a bit.
a med kit, like it tries to give you as much health as it thinks you need to be like 75% of the way there, but a med kit gives you how much health a med kit gives you, so it'll usually highball it, and you just end up with 100 health like most times that you. Oh, I didn't realize I had this. I'm glad they gave you this this gun so early in the game in Half-Life 2.
Heck yeah, man. It's such a good gun.
First poison head
It
crabs.
takes a while in Half-Life 1, doesn't it, to get the Python?
Yeah, you don't get it until you first deal with the Garg. That was cool. That was me picking up the chair that had the gun on it and the gun flying off the chair towards me. That was good.
Physics so good.
Yeah. Not to be confused with physics. Havoc physics seems really good. No Man's Sky has it and has those really good vehicle physics.
That vehicle thing I think you tweeted, it looked great.
Yeah, the vehicles are really good in that game. It's just okay, they do fall down out of that top bit, so that's presumably why that's there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
There you go.
watch this. I'm not sure if it'll look as good as with the other head crab, but I'm whacking it onto slow motion because I like the animation on these head crabs.
If someone did do a Black Mesa style for Half-Life 2. I mean, someone did that hallway. You mentioned the UE4 remake.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you could do that with that quality. Like, this is a newer game, but you know, compared to Half-Life, but there's still a lot of like abstract stuff. If it was a modern thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd inevitably need to take some amount of artistic license with it, which
Be like, oh, now how do I do this whole area? Because this actually makes no sense.
like trying to make Zen in.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is this supposed to mean? There's still a lot of that in Half-Life 2, I feel like.
And Black Mesa's is Zen. They released some screenshots of it recently, and I think it looks kind of bad.
Ooh, bad.
It looks like, I mean, it looks nice, but like not weird the way Zen is. Kind of like the.
Yeah. There's a lot of human elements from what I saw.
Kind of like a Morrowind to Oblivion situation going on.
Exactly.
It actually kind of just looks like Dear Esther, the caves from that, which looked great, but they didn't look like Zen. I got to catch up in this chat. And do some more non-critical path areas HL2 remix. Fuck yeah.
We just need a bunch of money and free time, and we should make that.
If HL2 will ever get a Black Mesa Source style Half-Life 2 Source 2, I bet it won't. I don't think people like, even though most people like generally fuck yeah Half-Life 2, I don't think anyone actually likes it enough to remake it to that extent.
There's too much stuff, I feel like, but yeah.
I mean, yeah. I'd be very tempted to take gameplay liberties with it.
Yeah, you were talking about porting just like gameplay systems from Half-Life 2 at some point.
Yeah.
Just like guns, recreating guns and stuff.
Well, I do like that bit where he just conjures a head crab. Yeah, I did port like some levels to test Hamua. And while I was in there, I ported this gun from Half-Life 2. I don't have a way to port animations for weapons that isn't like extremely arduous, so it took me like an hour to get the assets in for this weapon. But yeah, I mean, I think it would be a fun thing to do, and I always was like I've always been interested in remaking old games, but when it comes to it, it's like you're doing all the stuff you need to make a game. You might as well just make your own game.
It's true, yeah. Given unlimited budget, maybe.
I've been playing too much HLDM. I keep aiming at a wall and pressing T to try and spray paint my logo in.
I bet you could get that working.
Definitely. I'm pretty sure it worked in a leak. I do like Grigori's traps.
Yeah, not Fake Factory style, but like if we did like a remix, just keeping the same fidelity and not trying to fix stuff, but just like adding the same level of fidelity would be cool.
Yeah, that would be good. And it'd be like, yeah, you really wouldn't have to worry about performance these days. Just give every single building a detailed interior. Nothing's gonna matter. What'd be your dream remaster? I always wanted to remake. Hang on.
You have already met my congregation.
Good one, Father Grigori. That's a good joke. Whew. Zaspig says, "What would be my dream remaster?" I always wanted to remake Interstate 76.
Of course.
And ever since I saw the concept art for Interstate 82, which was a fairly bad game, I kind of wanted to do that too, because they had some big ideas for that, and it's like the poster child for big ideas that did not work out at all. They still went for the big ideas, but they were so incredibly unable to pull them off on the tech that they had that it's really quite sad to look at. Like they had a big Blues Brothers shopping mall car chase, and it just ended up being like it's on the MechWarrior 2 engine basically, so it's just a big open strip mall with no shops that's like a kilometer square.
kind of sad.
It's really horrible.
I got with me here these. You ever see a food item so heinous that you just have to buy it?
I can't say I did.
You know, like it's kind of a trend here in America where they just bring out the most insane things at fast food places, like the mac and Cheeto.
Oh, I did see that. I'll have that. Fuck it. I'll have anything with mac and cheese in it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go.
See how good is this head crab? It's got his big fucking weird.
It's an excellent one. Yeah.
Lobbyist situation. Jump at me again. Let's see that interior.
It's getting a little interesting. People tune into the stream. Get some head crab action.
I mean that's probably been done. That thing you just said you won. No, you Donhonk, but the Zest Pig.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I hope no head crab fetish films exist.
Oh.
Look at. I was like, what?
That actually probably does exist.
It probably totally does.
I was once shown a Left 4 Dead porn movie.
Oh yeah, I've also seen that. A for Effort. You know, that whole thing has totally exploded with Overwatch. Not that I would know, but
oh yeah, no, you hear these things.
You hear these things through the internet. It's just like, oh, there's commonly available like cosplay things on Amazon for like $50. So I guess I understand why that might be the line of thinking there. But yeah, but this horrible food product, it is Twizzlers orange cream pop. It's horrible.
I don't know what a Twizzler is.
Yeah, I don't know what a local
You don't know
thing
either.
would be. Oh, it's like red licorice.
Oh, okay, nice.
And is red licorice even licorice, really?
No.
Not really. It's just
No.
kind of a different flavor.
I'm with you there.
But yeah, orange cream pop, it's just one of those things you see and you're like, well, that's so awful. It's either kind of good, but disgusting, or just disgusting.
I think where
Anyway,
Half-Life 2 lets
totally
me down the
unrelated to
most.
Half-Life.
Oh yeah, Twizzlers are related to Half-Life. I should
Somehow,
have
you know,
brought
you
some
gotta-
on the stream if I'd only known. There used to be I get confused. There used to be like you used to be able to enter this shack and there was a whole fucking thing. Just in the leaked one. What's over here? Anything? Hey, there's a remnant of an old building. There was because this was an explorable
Oh,
street,
man.
I think.
That's what I'm saying. Just knock down that barricade, expand it.
Yeah, for that remix mod, you could definitely just like reach into the leak and pull out a bunch of the building interiors for Ravenhall. So didn't shit like this. They put up these big barricades, but that was actually street.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like how they gave a whole like chapter to just head crabs and head crab zombies because it is the iconic Half-Life thing. And I know what you mean. Like yesterday, you were saying you're not even sure you like head crabs anymore. But when a level is
just in
designed for them,
general,
I think it
fast-moving-
actually
Yeah,
this
sorry,
level
go ahead.
works pretty well for them. I think.
I think so. Yeah, this is like the best fast-moving small enemy in any game.
Oh, is this a walkable? No, it's not. Was I over there before? Yes, I was totally over there before. But they pushed this roof out so that I can't. Oh fuck! I was out of sprint.
Shouldn't have been using your flashlight. So much.
Exactly. That's literally why I was out of sprint. That's so bad.
JP is asking how the Stalker like content mods are. I don't know because there are so many Stalker mods
Yeah,
and so many variations. It's hard to keep track.
I did play one called Oblivion Lost for Stalker Shadow Chernobyl, which I thought
See,
was
I
kind of good at
played,
the time.
Yeah, I played Clear Sky.
Yeah.
Another one of those.
Well, Clear Sky is just the second game, isn't it?
Am I making this up?
I think there was probably an Oblivion Lost for that though. This is
Okay, no, you're
weird.
right.
They just put an
That
apartment
is
building.
The second
here.
one. Well, it wasn't Clear Sky. It was.
Stalker
Oh, it was
Complete?
Misery.
Oh,
It
okay.
was the Misery mod, yeah, which was miserable.
But these days, well, I mean, when I played Oblivion Lost, it was cool. It added a bunch of NPCs that had AI for them and everything that had just been ditched out. And luckily, Stalker is a context where you can kind of just dump one in the wasteland somewhere, and you've pretty much added the feature back. You didn't really need context like the ones in Half-Life 2 do.
Yeah.
But but these days, when Call of Pripyat and Clear Sky came out, they gradually used all the good ideas in those games anyway. So I think you're kind of better off just playing a Stalker mod that like Stalker Complete, which takes no liberties but makes everything better. And then Call of Pripyat and the other one tend to have pretty much all of those old things. My favorite thing from Oblivion Lost was it brought in blowouts, which is that thing where there's a big radioactive storm of some kind.
Oh, it's
and
so cool.
And everyone has to get, the sky boils and it looks fucking great, and everybody has to get to shelter made out of concrete or
Have you ever seen the Tarkovsky film?
I have not. I started to, and I was like, you know what, I didn't realize what kind of film this was, and I'm not equipped for it right now.
Yeah, it's a very slow thing.
Oh fuck, there's no
But
physics
kind of
objects.
It's actually playing near me in a theater that I saw Twin Peaks in. They're playing all David Lynch films.
Oh, nice.
But they got, I guess, Stalker by Tarkovsky got a remaster. I think
Oh, yeah.
Criterion's doing it, and it's
Burnout
doing
guys?
a small film tour as well.
Um,
No, not Criterion Collection, not Criterion Games, sadly.
So this is the area that they showed off at E3, but now it's not full of combined soldiers, and it has less physics objects lying around.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing, I guess. The layout here is was always in there. It's not like the E3 one was like being used for the main game at any
Right.
point. But so they broke this level out and made an E3 presentation out of it. But for that they added a bunch of detail that isn't that didn't get like merged back into the mainline
It's
version
a
of the
bit of a
map.
shame, 'cause there was some cool stuff.
Yeah, like there was a big stack of like boards here and paint cans and shit that looked pretty cool, but now it's just like a big box. But yeah, this is another part that I like to explore because I don't know, it's been in there for a long time. It's just an interesting level design. I like it when there is like we were saying before, I guess, stuff that is like there's no reason to come down here, but it's there anyway. I guess that's one of the things I dislike about root canals. It's literally a bunch of canals, and you follow, the route through the canals.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty rough
The-
to get through.
They don't really have a lot of opportunities to put, side bits in there, except for like Y junctions where one of the directions is a dead end.
By the way, don't forget chat. There's some good stuff in there, like Headcrab Rule 34 and etc.
Yeah, well, I'll catch up.
Oh yeah, I'm just messing it.
No, it's good. You got to remind me. Wonder what the chain of
figured the chat
events
would
/
appreciate it.
rationale was for cutting all Combine from this area. As far as I can tell, they were never actually meant to be Combine. They only added them for E3. This map, like you can look at version after version of like old builds of this map, and there were never any Combine until the E3 version. But I actually think it would have been kind of nice. Like one of my favorite parts of Half-Life 1, I guess everybody's, is surface tension, where you suddenly the soldiers are on the back foot and they're in a full-scale war with the aliens. Aliens versus soldiers.
Yeah, but they hadn't made Zombine yet.
Yeah, right.
Zombine.
And I think it would have been nice to have that a little bit in here. Just, I don't know, like maybe the place got shelled while there was still like a couple of squads of Combine in here, and they're just, just as much at a loss as you. They don't really. Is there a part in Half-Life 2 where there's kind of a three-way conflict like that, or is it just?
Maybe only the episodes.
When do they do it?
Well, I'm thinking antlion. Well, that's in this game. Isn't there zombies and antlions going at it?
Maybe
not a three-way.
Yeah, just on like a one-on-one capacity occasionally. But
yeah, it's kind of rare, I guess.
One of my favorite things to do used to be to just make a little map with a random combination of NPCs who hate each other and just see what happens. And the AI always coped really well. It actually turned out that in Half-Life 2 even
Gmod for sure.
Yeah, in Half-Life 2 there's actually an animation for the Vortigaunt to stomp on headcrabs, and he uses it. And he tries to swap it out to a squashed headcrab model. But it doesn't work.
Oh.
Worked in a leak, but it swapped them all for fast headcrabs for whatever reason.
I always like that shotgun throw. It's a pretty good part.
Wow,
Good way to get the shotgun.
Yeah, that toss is a good. Oh wow, we just both hit him at the same time. There's actually a sketch you can find somewhere. I think it's in Raising the Bar of this whole part. There's a little sketch of little Stickman Grigori throwing you the shotgun, and then you jumping into this water tower. And
oh yeah. I gotta get my Raising the Bar out at some point.
Yeah, mine is right here.
Mine has a big old coffee stain on it because I looked at that thing a lot.
Oh, what, sorry?
There's a coffee stain on it. I looked at that book a lot.
Well, that's a coffee table book.
I took no care with the spine or any of the condition of it because I didn't think it would be a out of print thing. I was just young, you know.
It's a shame that they didn't.
Sometimes that's good.
I mean, I always thought that I would be able to buy it pretty easily, so I put it off for a long time. I ended up having to get it in a difficult way from eBay or something. Here's a sweet part of this game. This is like totally leftover aspirations of shit. They definitely wanted to do this sort of shit all the time. You close the door and you put a box in front of it, and you press the lift button. You're like, yeah, no one's gonna get me in here. I don't know if you actually have to stack the box to set off the trigger or not.
I didn't even know you could do that. Yeah.
So then they come up and you're like, haha, I've tricked the AI, and then it bursts in through the fucking ceiling.
They don't give you many teachable moments about barricading, so...
Yeah, I mean, this is the only time it works.
Yeah, so, like, again, I didn't even know about that possibility.
Yeah, usually the doors actually just... Oh, this opens the other way, right? So they usually just, they either open both ways, like, they prefer to open one way until you block it and it'll open the other way. Or,
yeah.
Or they just... They're usually not physics doors. There's like 2 physics doors in the game, I think. So they just push with infinite force against all the stuff you stacked up and jam it into the wall. There's no barricading.
Yeah. If you've ever seen a speedrun of Half-Life 1, it's kind of another Half-Life tradition, having a door do a weird thing.
Yeah, there's that great bug where a door will actually give you health under certain circumstances. What is that? It's like... Oh, yeah. There's a door... A few doors that, I guess the guy was, the guy who put the door in was maybe, like, so determined that this door should not kill you when it closed on you that he actually put a negative value in for the health that it subtracts. And so...
Right.
It gives you a positive value, and if you jam yourself in the door, you can get up to, like, 200 health or something.
It's just like, yeah, Gordon Freeman cast a shield spell. And the rest of the game he just has unlimited health, basically. Always funny.
I feel like they made this level as a town and then, like, put up a bunch of fences and stuff to get what they thought would be a good layout for it.
It's an interesting way to go about it. I was listening to a talk. This guy does art for the Halo 2 remake. Sorry, I was gonna say Half-Life 2. He said a lot of stuff about algorithms and like, hey, maybe you'll just put in this thing like, oh, I want these elements in this map, and then you just kind of take it from there.
Hmm.
Of like, oh, all these, you know, procedurally generated things, and you just mold it into what you want. And he's saying this is gonna happen with, you know, a whole bunch of aspects of game design. I thought it was like a kind of a futurist kind of way of thinking about it.
I mean, you can do it. I think the way of thinking about that kind of turned from like, oh, can this ever be possible, to like, is this ever a good idea?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm being sparing with my with this propeller because it breaks after like a couple of seconds. I like this street. I did a daytime version of this map once.
Oh, neat. That would have been cool to see.
It was cool to see, but it wasn't cool for anything else. It's just there was just no atmosphere. Of course, I was young and I could probably do a nice one now. Make it kind of Lost Coasty.
Sure.
Oh.
I always loved this area. I thought it was really, really cool area.
It is one of the best, like one of the times when the physics on everything really comes together is when you like do stuff like shoot an explosive barrel as a zombie runs past it and his head crab flies off it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's very punchy. And head crabs are so much better for having physics. Like, holy shit. Oh. Whoa. Oh! Oh no! Oh, it turns out the poison head crabs push you slightly when they jump on you.
Oh dear. Oh. Rip. I've never seen that happen. It never happened to me.
Yeah.
That's good though.
That's how they keep getting up here. I forgot that they throw the fucking head crabs. God, that's good. That's a good little design.
Yeah, I like those guys.
Oh, see you, JP. Thanks for coming. What else is going on?
The chat is now at 12.
Woo.
The stream, or 11. Sorry, it was 12. Rip JP, but
Oh wow.
it came out.
Yeah, David jumped straight off that building rather than going down the lift. That's pretty funny. I thought that he would just die. Oh, do you still have to do this thing? This is such a reminiscent of leaked Half-Life 2 that you have to go into that building and use a little. And I guess of Half-Life 1, right? Like Half-Life 1 was full of like, oh, I guess you gotta move a crane so that you can stand on it.
Yeah, just this kind of arbitrary thing.
Yeah, good thing you're a scientist, so you know how to use a crane.
Is this OSHA compliant? I hope it is.
But yeah, so in this version you only have to press that once and it just goes where you need it by magic. In the leaked version it was one of those Half-Life 1 things where you hold E and it goes that way and you hold it again and it goes the other way, which is pretty jack. But so the other thing that would happen was because you had to hold the button, they used it as an opportunity for a G-Man moment. So you're holding the button to move the crane across and then he walks up in front of one of these windows which is actually lit up. Let's see if it still has an interior.
Whoa.
It doesn't really still have an interior. It's got kind of an interior roof bit, but yeah. So
That would have been cool.
not sure if there's like a good reason for it, like if they did this on purpose or not. But there ended up being no G-Man moments in Ravenholm.
Yeah, I guess there's places even the G-Man won't go.
Yeah, I mean he can teleport and shit, but I don't know. Probably be
Get caught by a zombie.
Yeah. You know, you get a head crab on you, you're done, right?
For real. Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Does this area just
Immortal,
spawn
then, I guess
infinite
that's the
enemies?
question.
Yes, I think it does. Might as well turn this on then. Yeah, got it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are NPC makers in the alleyways. And they just spawn until I get out of here.
Yeah, I definitely held them off for a bit before realizing what I actually had to do.
Luckily, they're not too hard to hold off with the gravity gun.
Yeah, you can bust them up pretty quick. Did you ever do the thing where you fire one bullet?
Oh, is that like an achievement?
Yeah, it is on.
Episode 1, right?
I think it's episode 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
The one
because
from-
you have to shoot a lock at one point or something.
That's funny. Yeah.
It'd be lame if you like used it and you're like, right, that's what I'll use my one bullet for, and then it turned out you had to use it for that.
That would indeed suck.
Whoop! They're pretty scary.
Pretty fun way to play. I wonder how many, like, I mean, I guess with speedrunning tricks you could do anything, but like the minimum amount of bullets you need to fire in this game.
Yeah. I like this dusty window texture. It's good shit.
I mean, how many A jumps do you really need to beat Mario 64? That's another good question.
I don't even know what an A jump is.
Or A button press. There's half button presses.
Oh, really?
And then you need to start talking about alternate dimensions. It's a true story. I'll show you that video later. Or was it parallel dimensions?
Oh, that was sick.
That was pretty good.
This is the wrong side of town for you. Did I not tell you to seek the church?
What other achievements were there? I mean, there's the classic gnome sequence that you can do.
That is a good sequence. I've just noticed this smokestack is still smoking. Shouldn't this place be like abandoned as shit?
Good point.
Hey, what's this?
Cool,
is this
though.
a church? I guess it is. No, that's the church. Maybe there's two churches. So he's like chastises you for not seeking the church when he told you to, but...
Oh, Grigori's burning the bodies. There you go.
Oh yeah, maybe that's it. There you go.
He really gets around, though. That seemed far off.
Do you ever get the feeling you're playing a bad Half-Life 2 mod when playing the actual game? Yeah. Root canal. That's pretty much when I get that.
Yeah.
And certain parts of City 17 are really, really... I don't know, the detail is incredibly inconsistent in this game, which is not something you usually associate with like a full game. But something you get a lot with fan-made mods and games. Fucking...
Yeah, it is wildly inconsistent in terms of like detailing and stuff.
Yeah.
Some areas are just like, whoa, check this out. Then the next room is a cube. You're like, oh no.
So where does this go? I'm all turned around in here.
You should play G-String, I think, sometime.
I played a little
Find
bit of it.
interesting.
It was interesting, but it was very janky and weird.
Is super janky. The way it actually expects you to do some things is like, really? This is insane.
Yeah, I got stuck a few times.
Hey, maybe I'll stream it. What up?
Yeah, you should do that. Here is a cool thing. It like circles. This circles back around to where I was before. Kind of lends some more credence to that whole idea that they just built it as a town first.
Yeah, this bit is pretty rad.
Also, there used to be it used to be that when you went through here, you could go left, and there was like a massive trap thing. There was like a big gated in area that was full of gas traps and shit, so you could just torch like fucking 20 zombies at once. But they were probably laying it on a bit thick at that point.
Yeah, you had the moment earlier, which was also good.
Oh, damn it.
Like, good enough, basically.
Yeah. Yes! Home run. Throw another.
Oh. Throw another. It's like skeet shooting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
nice hit.
he's
Yeah,
done it,
I
he's
just
done
saw
it. Oh! Well, I didn't even get it. Wait, he's got one more, hasn't he? Yeah. Ah! I'm not the hot shit that I said I was.
We knew. It's alright. Gotta do 120 hertz, bro.
So here's a street you never have to go down onto, but it's another thing that's nice to explore. It's got a little arch here. There was definitely a version where these windows were open and you could clamber in somehow. There was also 100% a version where this was a tunnel and like it just led into blackness and you'd see zombies run out of it. But I guess since you can climb down here now, they didn't want you just wandering down a black tunnel.
Oh wow, that kind of looks stupid now. Actually,
Yeah,
the way it
and
is.
now that you know
It's a
there's
dead
supposed to
end.
be a tunnel there, it's like, well, what the fuck? It's some nice brushwork though. Yeah, so it's a nice little bit of town. There are a couple of Half-Life 2 mods, single-player mods, that just are focused entirely on Ravenholm.
And there was going to be an official one, but they canceled it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess
Didn't,
it always strikes me as weird that they were gonna get, was it Arcane or was it Warren Spector's guys? I don't know what other
yeah,
company it was.
I don't know what it was called then. It might have been Arcane at that point.
I think there were 2 Ravenholm ones. I don't know.
Because they were making The Crossing using that source.
That was actually, yeah, that was Source. But they were
Yeah, it
also
was.
making Return to Ravenholm. It always struck me as weird that they wanted to do like more Ravenholm because this seemed like enough. But when I come back and play it, it is actually one of the most, one of the parts of the game with the most polish and promise.
Patience, brother. Guard yourself well.
Whoa, he played one of these mods, and it had an interesting sewer level. You don't hear that very often.
Oh wow.
Like, what are the best sewer levels? Probably Mirror's Edge because it looks so pretty. There's this YouTube channel where basically these Russian guys like do urbex, you know, urban exploration, and some of the things you find in Russia are pretty wild. Is really cool and actually scary as shit as well.
Wow, it can take 3 shots for these guys to die. I just noticed these zombies are still
it.
coming from where that tunnel used to be, but they're just jumping over the top.
I'm gonna find this YouTube channel I mentioned.
Nice. This is like, I feel like I remember this being tense, but it's really fucking easy. Like, this is my problem with Half-Life 2. I know I'm reasonable at video games, but it seems calculated to challenge you as little as possible. Like, it's scared to let you die, this game.
I remember this part being hard for me, like the first time, but you know that was about it.
It could be they patched it, because, I don't know. I mean, I know what's going to happen, but there was never any surprises, right? You already know about the pipes, and there's only 2 possible locations they can come from.
True.
I'm just going to pop over here and see if there's any remnant of the tunnel. Probably not. It's pretty easy to delete stuff in Source, so. But, what the hell, Matt wireframe. I almost wrote Firewame.
Firewame. That's something totally different. Hate to say it.
I mean, you can see the big block that they've put there instead. That's subdivided in that particular place. But,
I linked the YouTube channel. That video is pretty crazy. Some of the stuff he does, and actually the whole channel is insane. Like just going in like abandoned buildings where stuff's flooded. It's fucked up.
the stalker appeal. Whoa, shit.
Yeah, it's very Stalker. I mean, Half-Life has a lot of that. Half-Life 2 has a lot of that Eastern European vibe. So it totally goes in hand with the atmosphere here, I'd say.
I wonder if I can do any weird shit here. Maybe I can get on top of this fence. Ah! I mean, I did just break the script there, right? Once you've done that, you can't get across. Ah.
Oh yeah, what do you do there? Nothing, I guess.
What if I accidentally
You'd be
saved?
screwed.
Well, why don't I go
Oh,
up there
you
and...
gonna try that? That happened to me in Max Payne 2.
Oh, which bit?
I slow motion dived and quick saved.
Oh, no. Yeah,
And it was
I've
totally
done
when I
that.
was going over a pit.
Oh, you can bring it back.
Max might have a good point about the bitrate stuff. Maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
it is
maybe.
cool.
I'm no genius with this stuff.
It usually wouldn't be an issue if Australian internet wasn't what it was.
Yeah.
Sadly. Sorry, I keep bagging on it. I feel like a jerk.
Oh, dude, it's fine. Everybody in the country bags on it except for the fucking Prime Minister. He thinks it's great.
It's like, oh, it's good.
He's like, we don't need fiber. He literally said that the copper phone lines that we've been using have lasted 100 years, and there's no reason they shouldn't last another 100 years.
Oh dear, it's a little yeah, yikes.
Yeah. No one ever told him about corrosion, I guess.
Max, I'm not sure what it is. I linked him a thing on like how to do it. Basically, it was like Australian Twitch settings, and I sent that to him.
Yeah, some Reddit thread.
I think you have 1 megabyte upload, or is it megabit? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of in the dark on those measurements, to be honest.
Same here. Yeah, so like 1 down. So reliably, you probably get 6, because you know sometimes it drops a little bit below 1. It's bit okay.
I just took out a bird. I love how you can, like, every time you see a distant bird in this game, you can kill it.
I love that. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to because I love birds, but I do
Those
it.
little birdie boys.
Come on,
I think I have.
indestructible
I
man.
have 15 up, and I kind of want to stream at just the max bit rate that they allow, but I'm not a partner, so there's no quality options for people that can't watch it at that rate, which kind of sucks.
I can't believe I've played through all of Ravenholm. They did this thing again where they put the leaf decal on the ground, but it goes up on the vertical surfaces.
Shh, don't think about it.
I'm always trying
I wonder
to
if people
break
would
shit now.
watch you play G-string. I don't know.
I think they would.
Maybe they would.
You should do it.
Trash Bang said it gave him a headache.
G-string did? Oh,
Trash, sorry. Trash Bang.
wait, what gave him a headache?
The G-string mod, which
Oh,
totally
okay.
makes sense. It is kind of headache-inducing.
You
Are you
can't.
trying to do some skipping?
Yeah, they play a clip that I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, my town actually got fiber not too
Yeah.
recently. But it's also America, which is probably...
That'll
not
be
worth
why.
it. Anytime I like look at the off-topic threads on NeoGAF, it's like, oh no, what have we done?
Sorry, I'm just engrossed in
Oh no worries, this is a good part.
yeah, good little fight.
So does Grigori die in your head canon, as they say?
Yeah, I think he does.
I think he's probably deadsy.
He runs into a crypt, right? I mean, gets followed by
Oh,
zombies
Max
and then it
is
catches fire.
dead. Yeah, exactly. He's pretty much dead.
I mean, if you kept me with him,
Max-
like, would have been fine. Never liked how you can't chop the poison zombies in half.
Oh, true. Yeah, maybe that was just like, oh, we gotta make a new model and set it all up. Screw it.
Yeah, Ravenholm is definitely like the part of this game that holds up the best after the spectacle is gone.
Yeah, it's just got a lot of good gameplay bits.
Follow me.
It's pretty fantastic that way.
You know what, I mean, what would work a lot better, is, you know, the end of this game where, you get the super gravity gun and you're suddenly the most powerful thing in the world and you just wreck everybody in the
Yeah.
Citadel. That would work a lot better if you weren't the most powerful thing in the world for the entire game up to that point as well.
True, yeah, you kind of a little OP, aren't you?
Yeah.
But I mean, we've also been playing it a while, so maybe that's it.
Yeah, but I mean, he's even got a reputation for it, right? I didn't know you
Oh,
could
that's
do
true.
this.
Yeah, they do call you basically Messiah, which is kind of weird.
Why don't you just fucking tie the switch down and come through?
Brother, I fear I deliver you to a darker place. May the
Can't
light
do
of
that.
light
Plot
illuminate
needs
your
him to
path.
die.
Look to your own salvation.
Flight requires a death.
I mean, we can always just find out what happens, right? Like, okay, there's nowhere for him to go in here.
I think Trash Bang might have spoiled what happens to me, or for it.
He just fights forever until you leave. Okay.
Yeah. I can't talk. Yeah, how do people know who Gordon is as well?
So the leaked version of that, when you first meet Alex, one of the versions of the time that you first meet Alex, not the time when you meet her for the first time at Eli's lab, but in Klein, it's pretty much the same time. She it's weird, it's like really hackneyed and dramatic, but she is like behind a door when you step into a room after the train station, and she's got a newspaper, and she's like, and it's the last newspaper ever printed, and she's like, this guy on the cover sure looks a lot like you.
Whoa.
Yeah, so Gordo was on the last newspaper ever printed, so everybody's presumably read it. Was the approach at the time.
It's a neat idea, but maybe silly. But
I think the whole messianic angle is a bit silly, and it would have been better without it. But it's a pretty good within that idea. It's a pretty good little expose.
Yeah, interesting way of going about it. Gordon is famous because he was a male model. Oh. That makes sense.
Half-Life 2 does have kind of the best explosive barrels.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask that earlier, if this was the best. What do you think about the Quake 2 like mesh-based explosion?
That's a classic explosion.
I think it's pretty good.
I'm looking for something, but I'm not sure if I only remember it from the leaked version. There's like a... Do you remember this? There's like a staircase somewhere that like if you climb it up and it falls down. That's it there.
Yeah, totally. When you're making your way down.
I just wanna do that. Ah! That's sick. I really like the Funk Fizzbox functionality in Half-Life 2, how you can just make anything in Hammer and turn it into a physics object. It's great.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so good. I just saw that bit. You know that part in Half-Life 2 where you're super powerful at the end? I just remembered about Call of Cthulhu. I think you should play that game sometime.
Okay.
Although I hear it's really difficult to play on PC, but there is a bit where near the end you basically have that situation happen. And
Nice.
it's even a blue energy weapon. It's like visually really similar. But I think that game is secretly brilliant. It's like really janky and like super ambitious. It totally fails at some things, but super interesting game.
I should give it a go.
It's
There was
totally
a
cool.
also there was a version of this section of Ravenholm where you had there was a drivable digger thing that I guess you were supposed to dig through, like stone with to get out of here.
Oh really? That's interesting.
Yeah. Or maybe you just had to use it to kill zombies. That's probably actually more likely. Probably just had to drive over zombies in this fucking crazy digging apparatus.
Such a Duke Nukem 3D type thing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm fine.
Just like build engine stuff.
Wish I was playing my game so I had rope arrows. This is a great place for rope arrows. Hey, David,
Dude,
what do you
Max
say we
agrees.
do a mine? Oh, that's why I fell. Didn't realize. Yeah, what do you say we do a mine level, bro? This big square hallway under the sea.
Oh, I love flawed games that are like overreaching. It's always so fascinating.
Yeah. The fluffing stuff irritates me no end in this and other games.
This just in, Joe, not into fluffing.
I mean, everything has its place.
Right.
I don't like it in my video games.
Alright, fair enough.
Is this not the end of this tunnel? Oh, I guess not. Yeah, cool. What a great campfire, right? Look at that. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, when you come out of the water, that's a good bit. Really shows off that water shader, and I'm like, oh.
And half
So
of
cool.
the farewell to Grigori, the minecart propeller engine thing. And
Oh man, I love this.
I do too, but now I actually look at it closely. This is like a solid minecart that they didn't bother giving an interior. It's pretty funny.
Oh wow, yeah, there you go. Don't even notice it. Don't even look at it. God, that's so janky.
And yet, this is the first time I've noticed, and it's like 15 years later, I'd say that's a pretty, like, solid effort, I guess.
Yeah, it lasted a while.
Maybe some dude was like, they were cranking to push this game out, and someone was like, oh, I gotta give that thing an interior, and someone else is like, dude, don't bother, no one's gonna notice. They're gonna notice, he says.
You're gonna notice. Look at it, it's just brushwork.
And now that dude is just vindicated. Nobody fucking noticed. That is, much as I give it shit in fun, that is part of why, like, I roll my eyes at people who think it's that I'm fucking myself by making my own levels in Hammer these days for an Unreal game. It's like,
Yeah.
no one's gonna fucking notice. Also, that bug is back. I've come into a level that's full bright.
Oh no.
Is
yeah,
it?
this one does it too here. And this is such a cool area too. Well,
Did they just accidentally push fucking full bright levels without the lighting built?
I'm not sure. Yeah. Did mine do it? Because I remember the coast stuff.
Yeah,
It's revenge.
I don't know.
I don't remember. Half-Life 2 update.
Yeah, I could just play that.
It's known. Okay, this is a known issue. Yikes.
Huh, could it be that I have the HDR off? And maybe they only compiled the HDR lighting?
Maybe.
That's a thing.
Yeah. Give that a shot, I think.
Full dynamic range. And then
Dude, get the
it's like-
HDR. What if they updated Half-Life 2 to have
That's what it is.
HDR monitor support?
Oh wait, maybe it's not it. Hang on. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh
The
my God.
HDR update removed support for low definition. No, not definition, low dynamic range. So that's good shit right there. And look how much fucking bloom I have now, it's ridiculous.
The revolver looks nice though.
The what now?
The revolver like shader is nice.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that metal.
In the HDR.
Yeah.
Not as nice in the other shading.
The sky looks nice after your eyes adjust. Like it comes down there and it looks better than it did before, but when you first glance at it,
Yeah.
it's ridiculously overblown.
Has anyone in chat ever seen an HDR TV or monitor? I don't think I ever have.
Yeah, neither.
People are saying like it's so cool and like there's G-Sync and all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, 60 hertz is fine right now. Can't really afford a monitor that's
Yeah.
super crazy.
I really want more hertz. Look at these horrible logs. But hey, physics.
Yeah, give me the hertz. He has an HDR TV. It's really nice. Yeah, it just seems like a minefield of like HDMI specs, and the new HDMI is going to have variable refresh rates like G-Sync.
Oh, cool. Does that
But
mean
that's
I
going to be like?
won't have to get a fancy monitor for a thing? Probably
I think
not.
so, but it's going to be a while.
Doggone it.
Just 10-bit color, yeah.
This is nice.
I'd love
Look
to
at this warm lighting here, lighting up the There's all bounce light, I assume. Oh wait, there's fire over there. Damn it! I thought it was just nice bounce light, illuminating the
Nope.
underside of the bridge.
That would be cool.
Love that guy.
Yeah, so if I could get a monitor that's HDR and variable refresh rate and 4K.
This guy has like
what
a
else is there?
broken script. Like, he runs up here. Damn it. It's not broken exactly, but he's in a full scripted sequence when he runs up here, so he like puts his gun away for a second, but keeps shooting at me. He's a fucking silly goose. So what were you saying about like crazy HDMI specs I don't understand?
Yeah, just like I don't know if I'd buy a TV right now. I mean, people can obviously. If you have PS4 Pro, it totally makes sense.
I kind of want one. I have a TV that I picked up off the side of the road that is like a big plasma, but it actually only runs at 800 by 600, even though it's widescreen.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. I remember you like showing me what it would output, and it seems super weird.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but
Yeah, they're fine. Yeah, computer screens are getting HDR soon, or some of them already have it, and that also seems like a minefield of support. Of like, oh, this game supports it. I think Gears of War 4 on PC does. It seems super vague on the implementation, basically. Oh, he's saying it's hard to find a good one. Yeah, I just want to wait it out, because I have a 720p plasma from 2008, and it's almost a decade later. I'm like, I'm just going to wait it out even longer. It'll be fine. Isn't ignorance like bliss? You know, like you know there's something better, but sometimes it's better not to know, because it's cheaper that way. Oh man, he's rocking 1280 by 1024.
that's a classic resolution. Look how much these soldiers don't keep you on the ropes. Like, I died once, but that was just because I ran up in their shit. Every fight with the grunts in Half-Life 1 is still difficult.
Max, I'm gonna write that down. Yeah, I have a monitor that I don't even know where it came from. At least games run smoothly. Yeah, you can totally take advantage of that. Running at such a low res.
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
Well, you should get out of my way, guy. This guy's called Leon for some reason. They decided to name this guy,
It's Leon.
even though he has the default face.
Wait, say again. Reading chat.
This dude,
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
he has the default citizen face, but they decided to name him on this occasion. He's Leon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Leon.
Alex calls him that.
Professional.
Alex, it's Leon. And I've got Gordon Freeman with me.
Don't try gaming on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want one monitor that does it all, and there just isn't that.
Oh, check it out. Product placement. This is an Asus CD drive.
Shut
This
up.
computer.
Let me see this.
You wanted to take the coast road? You only last 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
It's
Yeah.
spawning season.
Is that intentional?
I don't think so. It's probably just a PC that was lying around the office.
I saw there was an OLED monitor, which is like, oh man, it's getting even weirder.
Gordon Freeman will be driving.
Too many display texts, you know.
Okay, Alex, we're all set.
What
So
a
little
good
time.
eye shader. He looks fucking great. Just this
Right?
water gun.
It's so iridescent.
Bye, Alex.
Too color crushy. Okay.
Doc, before you
At least it wasn't too candy crushy. Whoa. Mobile gaming.
stay with the car, make use of the thumpers, you'll stand a fair chance.
Joe, what do you think of my hot takes on mobile games?
I missed him. What was the hot take? Sorry, I'm being a terrible
Oh,
stream man.
It wasn't really anything. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, I feel bad now.
No, I'm just being an idiot in on Twitch.
Nice. Mobile games are bad. No, I actually still
Max,
play
I
Fruit
totally
Ninja.
agree.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't play anything on my phone now. I have a Switch, so it just kind of gets... If I'm going somewhere and I don't have to drive, Switch, baby.
I sometimes play, fucking Vice City or GTA 3 on there.
Oh, on the mobile?
Yeah.
Were you ever tempted to get like one of those Bluetooth controllers and like play it that way?
Yeah.
Is that ever a thing?
I have a PS4 controller that I synced it to, and it works a little bit.
Okay.
It's not really worth it.
Not really. Yeah, I think I agree.
I go through phases every like year or so of being like, man, what if I had like a phone case that was a controller and then I could like do the thing? But
Right? Yeah.
if I had one, I don't think I would use
Okay.
it though.
I've heard of those games, those mobile games.
Oh, the video game adaptation of Tommy Wiseau's The Room.
Exactly, yeah. It's tearing me apart. That's what my review was. On the stool.
So yesterday I played this scene in the leaked 2003 version.
Looked totally better, didn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty it was more of a bleak look. And the
totally
level
do
was
prefer that
otherwise
one.
the same.
In Raising the Bar, they show it as that version.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tommy Wiseau emote, so good.
There's too much green grass and yellow sun. So
Who am I? Tommy Wiseau. Oh, Danny, you are so funny. Something like that. And then he does that laugh.
oh wow. We just answered JP LeBreton's question from yesterday. The
What's that?
when you charge up the Tau cannon on the Jeep, it does fire through walls, like the one from Half-Life 1.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, let's
That's
try that
pretty
again.
cool.
Yep.
I like it.
Never knew. I'm just smashing up boxes. That's rad.
That's pretty good.
If only
Yeah,
JP
I
was
thought
still
at one
here.
point, speaking of phone games, like, oh, it'd be cool if I got this iPhone like TV adapter, and it'd be like, oh, I can plug it in the TV and sync a controller and play Max Payne, but there's like so much input lag on that thing.
Oh, is that? That sucks.
Yeah, it's totally not worth it at all.
Yeah, I played all through Max Payne 1 on my phone, I think. Certainly on my iPad,
I wonder why they didn't ever do
when I had one. Can I get one of these birds?
Maybe it just didn't make enough money for them to justify 2.
Yeah, probably. It's a shame. I would have definitely bought it. I totally nailed one of those seagulls with the Tau cannon. A little bit overkill, but what are you gonna do?
All right, what do you prefer, 1 or 2?
Max Payne 1 or 2?
Yeah.
It used to be 1, but I've changed my tune. It's 2 now. It's
I think I agree. I played 2 first, but I think it's better.
It's a more consistent experience in basically every way.
Yeah.
I mean, the story makes more sense. It doesn't dip into X-Files conspiracy theory shit.
Max Payne 3. Man,
Yeah,
the combat in that game is fucking good, though.
the combat is good, but most other things are bad.
It doesn't let me skip the cutscenes still. I cannot believe it.
I hate the fucking thing where it pretends it's a loading screen. It's so annoying. Where like,
It is, yeah, it's not a loading screen at all.
yeah, when you do like a section of level that is like you get a cutscene in a section of level where like from where you're standing you can see the entire level ahead and you can see the entire level behind.
That's true.
And it's
I didn't
like
even think about that bit.
it's not even trying to unload stuff because it's like, nope, I need the whole thing in focus. You just want me to see Max be sad. Yeah, and their Rockstar's interpretation of Max Payne, who is like actively counter who he was in the first 2 games, where
It's true. Yeah.
he actually like registers regret for shit that was triumphant moments in the first games. Like, oh, I never should have got involved with Mona Sachs. I should have been loyal to my years dead wife, who I was avenging while I was, you know, who I had avenged actually already before I got involved with Mona Sachs. Like, I shouldn't have moved on with my life.
Should have stayed stuck there. Now I'm in Brazil for no reason.
It's okay though. Now I'm back on the grieving wagon. I'm gonna grieve forever.
I don't even remember how that game ends. What is his character arc?
I'll tell you how it ends. He ends up fighting, like, to fucking dethrone a Brazilian dictator or something, a corrupt politician, who he no longer has any stake in. Like, he doesn't know anyone in the country anymore because everyone's got a plane out.
He pretty much says that.
Yeah, he goes, "What was I even doing here anymore? This wasn't my fight. I didn't even know anybody in the country. But sometimes you just gotta finish what you start," or something like that. And like, I don't know, man. I don't know that you do. I just nailed a guy through the wall. It's so good.
There's some stuff in chat directed towards you.
And then when it finally did end, it just... all it does is, like, you fight a final boss fight, and it just turns into Grand Theft Auto for the final scene.
Yes.
And then there's a cutscene where Max is, like, on holiday in Hawaii or something.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Watching the news about how, like, everything worked out in the end. So shit.
Oh, wow, Max. Okay, check out chat. That's an interesting point.
Okay, so you know how a lot of FPS players always look a bit too low? You actually do it a bit, Joe. And how it's one of the reasons it's hard to get players to look up. Well, I realized that maybe the way they shifted the crosshair way down on the screen in, was it Halo? Oh, yeah, maybe that's why. That's a good thought. Prey does that, yeah. Someone said that. I never thought of that.
There is a game,
That's a good solution.
GoldenEye Rogue Agent, for like Xbox and GameCube and stuff. And that has the most bizarre crosshair I've ever seen. It feels awful. Here, I'll link it in chat. I don't know if it gets across in that image, but it is, I would consider unplayable because the crosshair is like too high. It's super bizarre, so you're constantly looking down to compensate it for it. I don't know what the fuck. It's completely bizarre to me.
I'm checking my texts while I drive, so if I don't drive that well, that's why. I'm just driving. I'm driving there from memory, basically.
This is a simulation of why you shouldn't.
I'm sure I'll be fine. Shit, I can probably take the gunship out like this. Gordon Freeman! Wow!
Wow, bud. Also, Rogue Agent is a really terrible game, so...
Shut up.
Really?
Did you hear that? This guy. Not you, sorry. I didn't just tell you to shut up. Just this fucking guy. He's like, Gordon Freeman! And he already said it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll fight this gunship and then maybe I'll call it a day, or at least play some other game, because,
Yeah, I was gonna say, you said an hour, it is an hour 30, which is fine.
I'm a terrible man. Feeling a little under the weather today, so I didn't want to go straight into work. And now I probably just won't do any work.
Oh no. I'm an enabler.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Someone could make a funny tweet out of the thing I linked.
I'm just trying to undo this thing that I used to do, where you, like, throw a barrel up and then you punt it. Like,
that's cool.
before
I don't
it
know
hits
if I
you.
ever did that. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Nice. I'm the king. You can't just mash click because you only get, like, to fire this every so often.
Nice. Nice juggles.
I remember doing this in multiplayer. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Man, Zombie Panic Source was a good multiplayer thing.
I never played that. I didn't have internet when Half-Life 2 was big, so I didn't get to play any
Totally
of
worth
those multiplayer mods. Played some good single-player mods though. You know what was fucking great is Mission Improbable. Maybe I should just stream that. Not Mission
Yeah, I think I
Improbable.
played that.
Research and Development is actually better.
Oh, okay. Alright. What's the trigger for a barrel to explode?
Once you've fired it out of the gun, out of the gravity gun, having picked it up, it will always explode when it hits the ground. If you just punt it, it won't necessarily, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I missed that G-Man moment, actually. See, that didn't blow up.
Oh, no.
This will be fucking easy though, right?
Yeah.
So the G-Man gave Odessa Cubbage the rocket launcher to give to me. Maybe he's the guy who puts the dynamic resupply crates everywhere.
Yeah, it's just using his portal technology.
Yeah, that's all he does.
Just summons more ammo. It's funny. Hey, you remember the part later with the 3 car batteries?
Yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. Very Half-Life.
I liked it. Pretty Half-Life. It was weird.
I enjoyed the little scavenger hunt for them. Because there's actually like a bunch of car batteries, so you can't really get stuck.
Oh, is there
long.
multiple? I guess maybe I just kept doing the same 3 every time I played.
Did you get the one under the bathtub?
No, I don't think so.
And there's one like up a tree or something as well.
Yeah, I remember the tree one specifically. I don't know if it's a tree or like a scaffolding type thing.
Hey, Gib. I always look for the eye. This is... Where's his weird eye? Don't tell me I lost the eye. Oh.
I always find it interesting when the fidelity of the thing is such that you can't really tell what it is.
Yeah.
Like, this is just low poly and low res enough to be, like, questionable.
Oh, I'm supposed to go talk to... What's his name?
That's what they all say. Like, modern reinterpretations of models is always interesting. Do you think there's any good ones? People always have problems with that sort of thing.
In games?
Yeah, like when they do a remake, it's like, well, that's not how I imagined it.
Yeah. I feel like there are examples where I've been like, yeah, it seems right. But, I can't think of any, so maybe I'm just wrong.
I think I played the Crash Bandicoot remake.
Oh, yeah.
Seems pretty good. I know there's some people that had issues with the lighting in it, and I'm totally talking about something you have no idea about, but take my word for it, I think it's overall good.
Nice. Yeah, I guess I just, the only HD mods that I really like... Yeah. The only HD mods that I really like are where they literally just put in textures that they didn't ship with because it was too high res.
Oh, okay, just like, oh, this was 512 before, now it's 1024.
Yeah, like, this is a 512 texture on this road here, and they probably have, like, a 2048 somewhere.
Right. Yeah, just like...
That's the kind of shit I'm into.
That's my shit.
Although that Resident Evil one you told me about. Oh, get my car. He wants me to get my car. Where'd I leave that?
Oh dear. It's in the garage, my dude.
I'll drive exactly as safely as I wish to drive.
Okay. Some HD mods just add some high-res noise to the textures. Yeah, that's the worst kind.
Yeah, that's
I guess
so
I'm thinking
annoying.
about like the official products.
We were talking on Twitter the other day about how shitty the G-Man's suit texture is, actually.
Oh yeah, it's actually incredibly bad.
It's like shocking. Comparing it to like a leaked one. Oh shit! It's the sand. I can't step on the sand even here. Okay.
I guess he's in shadow a fair bit. I don't know, and he's far away.
Yeah,
There's
you.
Deus Ex models for sure. I'm surprised no one has ever ported the PS2 models. I think there was a discussion about that at one point.
I think they did end up doing that at some point. I think there was a mod.
Really?
I'm not completely sure
there.
there.
It happened in the past year then, because I remember on Twitter someone being like, "Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to unpack that thing."
I bet Tufster could help with that. The king of reverse
I
engineering.
think that's who was talking about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I think that's a better looking Denton
Yeah.
on PS2.
You'd probably be pretty hard pressed to find a worse one. Actually, no, you wouldn't. You just look at any of the HD mods.
Yeah, exactly.
I do like the ability to throw back grenades in this.
Paul, I thought you were in Hong Kong.
Think I'd missed my brother's first day.
I don't actually remember the line that comes after that.
I barely got that one, so. You know what's disappointing in the E3 version of this map? Like the E3 2004 version, like right before ship. They blasted this dude with a rocket launcher, and he flew like way through the air because they had deleted the railing.
Oh, really? Now there's a railing there?
Yeah, so he just tends not to.
Oh,
It's disappointing.
you did hit that with some authority, though. Seems somewhat satisfying to me.
Ah, Leaf version, you could totally rocket launcher the platform into place, but I suppose they want you to use a crane. This is a weird thing, isn't it? That Half-Life 2 crane.
Oh man, that's a good idea with the rocket. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I've never thought of that.
used to work, but you still need the crane to get the car up anyhow, so...
Oh, gotcha.
I don't think I can reach it. Oh, I just started playing a music track when I got into Crane that I thought was just a E3 thing, but apparently it's...
It's in this bit.
Yeah.
Oh man, the Fake Factory mod where there's just a big crash plane here.
Oh yeah, that's fucking awful.
So bad. So bad.
I found out today that Fake Factory apparently just uses the Dark Knight, like replaces the soundtrack of Half-Life 2 with the Dark Knight Rises soundtrack.
Oh my god. That's terrible.
Ah!
Funny though.
Can you antlions get out of my shit? Jesus Christ.
You Natco? Savage. Sorry, I'm just gonna start quoting Deus Ex.
Here's something else that's bad about Half-Life 2, although I am at one of the parts of the game that's actually pretty good right now. What's with having hardly any aliens? You got antlions, head crabs. That's it? Like, the Combine soldiers are technically transhuman, but that's like... They're still just soldiers, right? I feel like there is
They were gonna
scope
have
in these...
more, you know?
Yeah, there's totally scope in these sections to have like bull squids and shit pop up. Give me some more of that Half-Life
why
shit.
not? I mean, they pretty much had the model and everything, right? So.
Yeah, they had a couple of bull squid models they were going to use at various points. They had Hound Eye, all that good stuff. Like, where have all those critters gone?
Yeah, I don't know. Extinct, maybe.
Well, that's
Didn't
fucking
survive Black
convenient.
Mesa. Yeah, I know, right? Maybe they're still around. I don't know. There's multiple head crabs. That's true, but
Was it you and me who once played this part of the game and like you got in the shipping container and I swung it around?
I think so. Yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah, and the physics are so good that you actually stayed in it for as long as you wanted to.
There's still one bull squid that's still alive. Oh yeah, is it because it took his leg?
Yeah, but people only know that a bull squid took Eli's leg because it's in the book.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe that's not canon either. Who knows?
Oh yes, I hit him with my car. Unfortunately now I gotta pick the car up again.
It's crazy how many, like... Oh, shit.
I don't think they can actually hit me.
Duke Nukem Forever was just, like, so Half-Life 2, and it came out so much later.
Yeah.
And Duke Nukem Forever is weird.
I think it was pretty full on Half-Life 2, even in like 1998, when it was
Yeah, I think so.
trying
They
to
just
come out.
got beat to the punch because they couldn't make it.
Couldn't ship a game. This is like the least entertaining part of a stream that I've ever done. Come
We're
on!
bleeding viewers, man.
Are we?
Just bleeding. Well, I mean, sort of. But people are still being kind people in the chat.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Right, I'm gonna have to go down. Ah! Alright. Put up.
Nice. Had to go down. Oh, nice save with the cheat there.
Thanks. Did a good little no-clip thing as well. Maybe that's like a game mechanic that someone should use. Like, the thing in this of how you, when you no-clip, you move really fast, and then when you stop no-clipping, you keep that momentum.
That'd be cool.
Maybe
Like
someone
its
should give
movements
you like a
too.
limited no-clip thing in a game. Make you use jumps with it.
If there was a no-clip game, you would just be a ghost.
Oh, totally.
That should exist. Man, if you made a no-clip game where you're like a ghost and you like go in like the insulation between walls, you should be able to like see stuff in there.
Yes.
Do you agree? Okay, good.
Alright, I'm done trying to fucking use this crane to kill a guy when I could just... Oh, that was a good throw though.
Oh, look at those shadows stack and multiply on each other.
Is he taking cover behind that barrel on purpose? Hard to tell because he moved because of the grenade. Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
See, this game's always giving you like crazy cool ways to kill somebody, but you could just shoot him in the head.
It's true, yeah.
It's fine.
Apparently Watch Dogs 2 has a lot of cool non-lethal stuff, or like, but it encourages you to just shoot people in the face.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because apparently the narrative totally does not suggest that these people are like cold-blooded murdering police.
Sounds about right. Sounds like video games to me.
It sounds like Ubisoft.
Oh god, don't crash off the edge.
I love that every Jedi Knight Academy map had to have like 10% map and 90% secret RP area. I wasn't around for that. That sounds cool though.
I was only around for the demo of Jedi Academy, the single player demo, which I played like over and over again while listening to the Gorillas.
Could totes use a voxel engine for the no clip game? That'd be cool. Just spook people. I don't know how you make that a game, but it would be cool.
I'm thinking like limited no clip, where like you just use it for sick jumps
Yeah.
like that, and like brief go through a wall shit.
I still have the title of Timely Manner for a game.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. Oh, I just thought of something
It
else.
needs to exist.
What if it's like limited no clip where you get like it charges up and you only get like 3 seconds at a time or something of no clip to use, and then if you are stuck in like level geo or outside the map, when that runs out, you just get fucking fragged instantly.
Oh man. Sounds like a time.
Splinched. I always kill the gunship there because I saw them do that at E3. How long can you string it along?
I'm not sure actually.
I bet it just doesn't
Yeah, I
follow you
usually
through the
play
level
it.
transition. Does it follow you through the level transition? Because that's really lame if not, but cool if so. It definitely doesn't, does it? It's like, I don't know what to tell you. He went into a tunnel that was like 100 meters long.
Hey man, it's a tunnel. Who knows where he would come out, you know?
Oh shit. Oh my god, I've stacked it in exactly the way they did at E3. Oh no. Failure to preserve mission critical resources. Story of my life.
Oh shit.
That's
pretty great.
What the fuck? I didn't even steer that.
Oh my god. That was wild.
I'm so fast. Do I have any weird maps
So
here?
far. Weird maps? Like user made?
Yeah. Like a...
I don't know. Do you have the nude Alex mod?
I do not. Fun Max Payne
good.
fact though, the nude Alex mod is actually Mona Sax's nude body from Max Payne 2.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I think it became the nude body to use for so long after that.
Yeah.
It's not even funny. People just couldn't make anatomy.
Alright, I think I'm gonna call this stream a day, or at least call this Half-Life 2 a day.
Yeah, once we get into nude mod territory.